Hold me, it's dark and I'm scared. Hello everyone, I am Third Mario Brother and welcome back to Pokemon Emerald. In the last episode, we made it here about halfway through Victory Road, and in this episode, we're going to press onward toward the Elite Four and the Champion of the Hoenn region. You shouldn't get complacent just because you have a lot of gym badges. There's always going to be someone who's better than you, and aw, I don't get a hug, but I'm still scared. It's still dark. Oh god, but yeah, she's right. There's always going to be someone better than you, no matter what endeavor you are chasing afterwards, so you shouldn't get a big head about it, but fortunately, in this case, she's not the one who's going to be better than us because I have all the faith in the world in Dishwater that we're going to be able to take out this Sand Slash with one single serve. And man, I'm just super excited about this recording because we're going to be finishing up Victory Road in this episode. We are on the last leg of our adventure, for real, guys. The adventure is almost over, and as saddening as that might be, as saddening as it might be that our Hoenn journey is coming to an end, because I love this game and I've loved playing through it up to this point, it's really, really exciting knowing that we're going to be able to take on the Elite Four and the Champion soon enough. Either way, I'm getting way too excited about this way early on, so I feel like I might as well comment on the fact that these trainers in Victory Road, like I said before, they have really varied awesome teams. We have a Ninetales, a Tropius, and what was the other one? Oh man. Immediately forgot what the other Pokemon on this girl's team was. But we have a lot of variety in typing, a lot of variety in movesets, and honestly, I kind of wish Pokemon games were a lot more like this throughout the rest of the game so that you could see more variety in computers' teams and maybe get ideas for your own. I kind of understand why they do the whole trainers tend to use one type of Pokemon during one type of the game. Like around Fortree, you see a lot of flying type Pokemon. It's to prepare you for the gyms, and it's to sort of force you into getting certain types of moves on your Pokemon so that you have a balanced team by the end of the game. You're better than me. Oh, don't get so discouraged. Yeah, you're running away. She's turned away and she was running. That is sad. That is a sad sight. But I understand why they do it. It'd just be nice to maybe once in a while see like a little bit more variety in the teams that you're fighting and make it a little bit more fun. Now, right here, we've got ourselves a useful item for Victory Road. Victory Road, a lot of the time, is really annoying because there are so many wild Pokemon just everywhere. But there's a Max Repel, and over here, the most useful item in this area, we have TM29 Psychic. Now, our Baconator is just so cool that he already knows the move Psychic. He learned that by himself. He doesn't need anybody telling him what to do. But if you have a Psychic Pokemon or a special attacker in general that can learn this move, you're going to want to pick that up because it's probably the best Psychic move in the game. With the chance for the special defense drop and 90 power and 100% accuracy, that is nothing to mess with. Either way, let's just go ahead and grab ourselves an elixir here, but apparently not be able to because we've got way too much crap. Oh my god, what is this? Let's just go ahead and use iron on, not iron. I want to save that for Ashley, but do we have any other vitamins or something that we can use? It doesn't look like it. Man, what is this? Okay, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the classic give the iron to Heretic. Heretic, you hold on to that, man. Make some knuckles out of it or something. I don't know. There we go. Let's grab ourselves the elixir and continue on with our adventure. But yeah, you can see that here we also need the HM Surf and the HM Waterfall. Luckily, we don't need them too much throughout the course of this, but here we have ourselves a trainer battle. Quite an interesting one, actually. Wow. Wow, really? Always getting interrupted by these rude, wild Pokemon, man. And now Dishwater has a distinct lack of HP, so we're going to have to apply the Hyper Potion directly to the wound. Either way, I was going to comment on this guy right here. I trained together with my whole family, every one of us. I'm not losing to anyone. And this guy says that he trained together with his family, and it's kind of interesting. It's never directly stated that he's part of it, but you guys remember the Winstraight family just north of, what was it, Mauville City earlier in the game? Where they said they all trained together, and they said that they had a son that was, like, off probably having become the champion by now because he was the strongest one in the entire family. It's often theorized that this is that kid, and wow, seriously? I got frozen? Oh my god. And I don't immediately defrost. What is up with this? What is up with the luck today? This is ridiculous. Okay. But it's often theorized that this kid right here, Cool Trainer, what was his name? Veto, I think? Cool Trainer Veto is part of the Winstraight family, and he is the prodigy child that they were so eager to talk about for the entire duration of their whole little battle side quest thing. And that's kind of a cool little extra that they throw in there, cool little Easter egg. It's not really an Easter egg, but it's cool that they actually kept wind with that and continued on and showed that Veto is actually on his way to the Pokemon League. I thought it was cool. I don't know, maybe I'm a little bit too excited about it. Either way, this Dodrio needs to get off the field, man. You and your freeze hacks. ridiculous. I wanted to get Dishwater up to level 45 as soon as possible because that's about what your team should probably be around this point in the game. Well, at least for the Elite Four and for the champion. Level 45 is a decent recommendation. You can do it lower level than that, but in Pokemon Emerald, it feels like the Elite Four and the Champion are more difficult than they were in Ruby and Sapphire. In Ruby and Sapphire, you can make it through probably level 40s, no problem. But Emerald, I just feel like it's a little bit harder, personally. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Either way, use our Shadow Ball on the Baconator to take care of this Kadabra and get this guy through the floor like all of our other enemies and their very, very unfortunate fates. And now what's this guy going to use? Electrode, apparently, and may as well go into Dishwater because this thing isn't going to have anything that can hurt us substantially. Oh my god, the ground water typing is probably one of the best typings in the entire game. The only weakness that this typing has, even in 6th gen, is grass. Grass isn't a very offensive, grass isn't a very offensive type. Oh my god, will you unfreeze, please? Dishwater, come on, man. Look, grass isn't a very offensive type, so if you're really, really defensive, you probably don't even have to worry too much about that. Are you serious right now? 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 We're going to take the Future Sight attack, and we're still frozen, and this thing is doing rollout, and that's getting stronger. Oh my god, the luck in this episode is just too terrible. Are you serious? You're still frozen, Dishwater. Bro, come on. It's been like 50 turns. You know what? You know what? I have to do it. I have to use the full restore. What is this? The freeze hacks are just too much to handle right now. Now Electrode is going to keep on using rollout, but even though that's like the 3rd one this thing has used in a row, doesn't really matter to me because Dishwater resists that thing. Dishwater has got great defenses. Electrode has got nothing on us, and that smug smirk is going to fly right off its face when it tastes this earthquake. But, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, I was talking about the ground water typing and how good it is. Your only weakness is grass, which isn't a very offensive type, so you really don't have to worry about taking too much super effective damage ever. And on top of that, you resist electric, which is water's, like, well, one of water's primary concerns. So it's just such a great typing, and I love it. And Swampert, I will admit, is probably the most overpowered starter at the very end of this, at least in the single-player campaign. Blaziken, arguably, maybe a little bit more useful and competitive. In 6th gen, for sure, because of the Mega Evolution and stuff like that. But, you know, I love Swampert. Swampert, I just have that nostalgic connection to, and so Dishwater is my main lady right now. And there we go. We defeated Cool Trainer Veto, and we vetoed his Pokemon. Better than my family? Is that possible? I beat your family, like, a month ago, dude. They weren't even that good. They had, like, level 20s and 30s and stuff. Man, you give them way too much credit. It's better than everyone in my family. I've never lost before. I've lost my confidence. Maybe I'll go home. Oh, we destroyed this guy's spirit. That's so sad. And he was on the road to becoming like a prodigy. He was going to be something great, and we just totally wrecked his spirit right now, I believe. Okay, no, that's just a different way of getting up here, so we don't have to go down there, but that's kind of unfortunate. Although, to be a champion of the Hoenn region, if your confidence gets shattered that easily, maybe you should look into finding something else to do. Okay, and here we are. We are moving onward. After we get that Psychic TM, there are some other items sitting around, Victory Road. I couldn't remember the place. I was going to say Rainbow Road. Maybe it's because I'm just way too excited for Mario Kart 8 coming out later this month. That's a little bit off topic, though. Okay, no need to get your back up. Relax. Let's take it easy. We're in the middle of a deep, dark cave, lady. How can you say something like that? But yeah, Mario Kart 8, super excited for that. Looks super awesome. That's all I'm going to say on it because this is a Pokemon video, and we're facing off against a Lunatone and a Sableye, which is maybe not the best situation for our good buddy Heretic here. In fact, I'm going to switch back out to Dishwater, even though Dishwater's a little bit over-leveled at this point. I don't really care because we have got to get rid of these things. We don't want Heretic taking all kinds of Psychics and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and use Shadow Ball with the Baconator. Man, am I glad that I taught the Baconator Shadow Ball. Having only one directly damaging move on the Baconator, which was Psychic, was super annoying for such a long time. And it was like impossible to do any damage, but we're going to take this Shadow Ball. Oh, dang! Man, Sableye. I expected the Baconator to live at least one of those, but unfortunately, that seems like it's not the case. So, let's just head out there with Shock. We can take this Lunatone out, no problem. Go ahead and Surf and Thunderbolt on the Sableye. We should be able to take these guys out this turn. And man, Shock with the speed. I love it so much. Like I said, though, I never thought that speed was an important stat when I was younger. Now that I come to actually think about it, probably one of the more important stats in, like, competitive play especially. Well, I guess everything's really important in competitive, but it's something that's important. It's on the table. You have to consider that all the time as well. But when I was younger, it was just feed protein to a bunch of specially attacking Pokemon and think that I was just the greatest trainer in the entire world. Like, when I fought my friends, I always had a Swampert, and it was named Swampy, by the way. All my starters, I would always nickname Swampy. I believe, at first, the very first Swampert I ever had, I nicknamed it, Muddy, or something like that. Yeah, Muddy, because it was a Mudkip. And then when it evolved to Marshtomp, I named it Marshy. And then when it evolved to Swampert, I named it Swampy. And that was just the nickname that stuck with every Mudkip that I had thereafter. I just named it Swampy right off the bat, and that was it forever. Super, super creative. I know. Guys, you can stop applauding. I hear it. It's too much. I know my creativity is just off the charts, but I don't want to take that much credit for it. Either way, I would just always use Waterfall against anything, and I thought that was going to be a way stronger move than, like, Earthquake or Hyper Beam. I would even use it against, like, Rayquaza against my friends. They would be like, oh no, please don't use Waterfall, because I had them all convinced that that was the strongest move ever, because it was, like, my Swampy signature move. Either way, I've never met anyone like you before. He must have overheard my childhood story, and he probably means he's never met anybody so stupid before. Whoa, wonderful! Ah, what a great contribution to the conversation there, lady. Either way, down here, I believe there's a ladder that takes you back to the floor that we were just on, so we don't want to go down there at the moment. I might fight that trainer off screen, but for now, I'm just not going to bother because we want to move on. We want to make some progress in our lives. And Blue, go ahead and use your Rock Smash. Now, let's push these boulders out of the way. Man, Strength is, like, the most annoying HM. Flash is actually probably the most annoying because it's completely useless as a move. And, you know, it just takes up space, and the fact that it's an HM and unforgettable. But Strength is pretty annoying on the field because you have to use it over and over and over and over and over and over every time you leave the room. And man, I hate it. It's not that bad. I'm exaggerating a little bit, I will admit it, but I'm not a fan of the fact that you have to use Strength so much. Either way, I've made it this far a couple times, but the last stretch is so long. By the last stretch, he means that the exit of Victory Road is right up ahead. Yes, we are at the very end of Victory Road. We're going to be reaching it within like 2 to 3 minutes probably. Either way, we have got a couple challenges that remain. We have got this Cacturn right here who is not going to want to take this Brick Break straight to the face. But you know what? It's going to happen anyway. He can't do anything to prevent it. A critical hit and super effective. Whoa, Heretic. That is just too much power. That Cacturn did not even stand a chance. That thing got annihilated. Either way, we've got a Pelipper to deal with, and we can deal with him quite well in the most shocking of manners with our good friend Shock the Manectric. But yeah, I don't know why this guy says the last stretch is so long and arduous, because you can actually, after this guy, you can get through the rest of it without doing a single other trainer battle. So maybe this guy, he just has the butterflies in his stomach, and wow, double protect, really, Pelipper? Ah. Maybe this guy is just a little bit nervous, though, and he's not ready to go take on the Pokemon League, so he's just, he's nervous, man. He's excited. He's too fearful of the future, and that's kind of adorable. But when you're Visage, when when what you display to the world is called a cool trainer, you should probably be a little bit more confident than that. My dream ends here again. If you hadn't been standing around and waited for me and challenged me to a battle, wouldn't have happened, man. You've made it this far. Keep the momentum going and become the champion. If anyone can, it's you, and it is certainly within reach. There's a double battle right here, and this is the final battle on Victory Road. Ah, the excitement is too real right now, but actually, we're going to go ahead and take this on. You can actually just step to the right and avoid this battle completely, but it's the last battle on a Victory Road, man. We can take these guys on. Let's do it. They're hidden under a bridge, though, so if you're not paying attention and you're just sprinting through to the end, kind of a jerk move on the game developer's part. I have nothing to say to anyone that's come this far. Come on! What is the Victory Road? I'll tell you if you win. So he'll tell us about the Victory Road if we get the victory on the road. Awesome! Too much victory going around right now. And these guys have, what do they have? A Gardevoir and a Slacking. Ooh, hoo, hoo. This is something to deal with. Gardevoir, an extremely powerful special Pokemon all around. Slacking, extremely powerful physical Pokemon with godlike stats. let's go ahead and take this thing out first turn. I'm not confident that one Brick Break is going to take this thing out, even though Heretic is so strong, because this thing's stats are just off the charts. Awesome, we got the paralysis off, so that should help us. Oh my god, Shock! Shock, you can't be in love with that. Come on, that thing hasn't even trimmed its beard in like 100 years. Shock, what are you doing? Either way, that Brick Break is going to take this Slacking out. So, Shock, I hope you didn't get too attached, because your little heart might just break in your little Manectric chest. Oh god, come here, Shock, I'll give you a hug, don't worry. There's plenty of other fish in the sea and giant, ugly gorilla things for you to be, whoa, skill swap? Oh, whoa, that would have been so dangerous. Oh my god, okay, that Gardevoir just attempted to skill swap with that Slacking, and had that happened, that Slacking would have been able to attack every single turn, which would have kind of probably spelled our end, actually. I'm going to use Attract on this thing so that this Dusclops can't get off too much, but oh my god, Slacking, the one downside to it is that it can only attack every other turn because it has the ability Truant, which makes it so that's the case. Had its ability switched out, we would have been completely dead. We would have gotten annihilated. Oh my god. I just can't handle it. So, I was actually going to use Earthquake with Dishwater right here, but I don't think that's the best of ideas because Shock will be annihilated in one single Earthquake. So, let's just go ahead and use Surf, I suppose. And Thunderbolt on the, Thunderbolt on the Dusclops. Dusclops is a very, very, very defensive Pokemon, and he has no arms, just tiny little Rayman hands. Oh my god, it's so adorable. And like, the 3 gigantic things right underneath its eye, I like to think those are like its teeth, so it just has 3 huge buck teeth. Oh my god, Dusclops, I love you, man. You're so cute, and that thing, oh, this Gardevoir is a little bit of a problem right now. Let's go ahead. Oh, the Baconator isn't even alive. Ooh, this is bad. Shino! Shino, come to our rescue! I was going to say let's bring out the Baconator and, ooh, and Dishwater is toxic? Okay, maybe we shouldn't have taken this battle on, because this is not looking so good at the moment. But, what was I going to say? Oh, also, Pokemon trainers on Victory Road are probably going to use a lot of items. So let's just go ahead and, the Dusclops is going to heal. The Gardevoir is going to attack something. I don't know what. Probably Shino or something like that. Either way, let's just go ahead and revive the Baconator and get a Surf off to get some extra damage. But, I have no idea what I was saying a second ago, but maybe this battle wasn't the best of ideas. I got a little bit too cocky. I let all the success and all the victory from this road get to my head, and that Surf did nothing to that Gardevoir, and we are in trouble right now. Okay, Shino is going down to the Psychic. That's fine by me. Shino, you serve your purpose. You are absolutely a warrior. A tiny little, very crushable level 4 warrior or something like that. I mean, it's so insignificant I can't even remember it, but a warrior nonetheless. So let's go ahead and Surf, and Shadow Ball is a physical move, so it should be able to take the Gardevoir out. Even if it doesn't... Oh, dang it, the Dusclops protected. I was going to say, even if the Surf takes it out, but the Shadow Ball still goes off, it'll hit the Dusclops. But that doesn't matter. So, Dusclops is going to protect itself. Baconator uses Shadow Ball, and now the huge threat of a Calm Mind Gardevoir is off the field. Whew. That could have been potentially problematic. So, what are they going to send out now? Another Slacking! What? Are you kidding me? Please tell me this Dusclops does not have Skill Swap, because if it does, we're kind of screwed. Now, Dishwater, I feel like, is going to die, and then we can just swap in Heretic and go from there. So let's go ahead and use Shadow Ball on the Dusclops, because I believe... Oh, no, this has Shadow Ball! What? Oh, my God. And Shadow Ball's a physical move, so taking advantage of Slacking's gigantic attack stat, we're kind of screwed, is what I'm seeing here. So, okay. What do we want to do? Blue, you're coming back out, and we're going to revive the Baconator. I don't want Heretic to go down just yet. So let's go ahead and use Surf on these clowns, and that's going to do a good 40% of the Slacking. And get rid of the Dusclops. Oh, wow, with the critical hit. That might have actually mattered quite a bit. Dishwater's probably going to go... Oh, my God. Blue gained a bunch of experience. Yeah, going to be the strongest Pokemon on our team pretty soon. But... now we can just bring out Heretic. I was going to have to revive the Baconator to Shadow Ball the Dusclops, but fortunately, that critical hit on the Dusclops doesn't really matter. In fact, Blue, just go ahead and use Rock Smash. Let's just get rid of this guy. He's not even going to move this turn, man. If this doesn't kill him, we're in trouble. Okay, it did. I was a little bit worried there for a moment because slacking is a lot faster than even our heretic. Either way, that's it. Blue grew to level 21. Truly the oh my god, we're learning Bubble Beam. Yeah, I'd love to learn the move. Unfortunately, all we have is HM, so we can't learn it. Dang it, we're oh, come on, no. And stop learning Bubble Beam. There we go. We're gonna lose against the Pokemon League because we don't have Bubble Beam. What are we gonna do, man? This is a disgrace. Okay, well done. I like that guy's response better. So much more positive, man. And Blue is evolving. Oh my god, this is great. Why not? Why not? Let's let it happen. Let's evolve our Marrow. Let's evolve Blue Regard Q Kazoo. Well, did not expect this to happen in like the last 5 or 6 episodes of Pokemon Emerald. Our Blue, our greatest HM slave, has evolved into an Azumarill, and now we are unstoppable. We are ready to take on the Pokemon League like this, man. Oh my god. Either way, right here around this corner, if you're playing Ruby and Sapphire, Wally would come up and stop your rampage moments before the exit to Victory Road, which is always so annoying, but we've made it. And here we are in the heart of Grande City, with a gazebo, and another gazebo, and one single skyscraper. Man, they are just changing the definition of city these days. Either way, that's going to do it for this episode of Pokemon Emerald. Beyond this door lies the Pokemon League, the Elite Four, and the champion of the Hoenn region. So, we accomplished a lot in this episode. We have beaten our final challenge before the final challenge. So I guess our semi-final challenge. Either way, in the next episode of Pokemon Emerald, we are going to be going through this door and taking on the Pokemon League. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys then.